as well as we do have some winter storm watches to the north in parts of Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, Rhode Island, parts of northern Connecticut, as well as we do have a good region of winter storm warnings to the west and to the east. We also do have a winter storm watch to the west, as well as some special weather statements in parts of Nashville for probably some sort of mixed precipitation towards the end of the day, as well as we do have some flood warnings or flash flood warnings. But that is about it. We also do have our last thing. We do have some dense fog advisories for parts of North Dakota, the northwestern part of North Dakota. We're looking at some dense fog. So let's go ahead and get into the models. Now what we see here is we have a 10,006 millibar lower pressure system, as well as we do have some snow on the northern part of this low. We do see that little warm bubble that was forecasted. We also see parts of northeast Ohio seeing some rain at the time. This is the 12Z model. As we move this on, we can see this is where we're seeing. Let me go back here. So we see our low right here. It's going to join forces with another low down here, and it's going to do the transfer of energy from one place to another. And then this low is going to move its way up the coast. We'll see this happen in the next frame. You can see we see a low develop in South Carolina. This could aid in some severe weather down there. We are seeing some severe weather in parts of Florida at the moment. But they might produce tornadoes. I'm not really too sure. I haven't really looked at that. But then we do see this lower pressure deepen to 10,002 with some really heavy precipitation with it, as well as we are seeing this precipitation move its way into the northeast, as well as we do have some icing on the southern end of this system as well. As it moves its way up the coast, this is about the time that it will be stalling. Right here, it does deepen to 991 millibars, and this will be stalling because we do have two systems to the north. It looks like they will move out somewhat quicker than anticipated, though, so this low might only stick around for like 6 to 8 hours. We'll have to see what this is saying. So you can see it's still around 996. It is deepening fairly well, and we are seeing some of that snow getting its way up into northern New York, which was out of the question yesterday, but because there was still so much uncertainty, we do see that snow get all the way up into northern Albany, New York up here. We also do see some parts of the Long Island switching over to rain on the back end of the system. Then it transitions quickly over to snow again. It does deepen to 995, and then it goes back up to 996, and then it does move its way up into southern Canada. So what are we expecting for totals here? We will check right now. With this system, you're seeing all that snow, like I said, move its way up into Albany, or parts north of Albany that was kind of out of the question yesterday. We're seeing anywhere from 6 inches to a foot plus in Maine. Most of New Jersey seeing a foot to maybe 2 feet of snow possible in some extreme isolated parts of northern New Jersey, as well as eastern Pennsylvania seeing around a foot of snow, as well as the extreme high elevations of West Virginia. We are seeing just a little bit of snow still accumulating in parts of Chicago. In Chicago, you guys could see an extra 1 to 2 inches of snow with what you guys have already seen. In extreme northwestern Indiana, you might see 2 inches of snow. In parts of the Ohio, you might see anywhere from 5 to 8 inches of snow in the extreme eastern part of it. But a general idea of Ohio is 2 to 4 inches of snow. Now we're going to go ahead and switch the model over to the NAM 3K, which is the high-res NAM, and we're going to just play this system out real fast. So we can see it does have this low deepen just a little bit earlier. It's at 10,003 millibars instead of 10,006. We do see not as widespread snow showers, but we could see some snow showers getting all the way into Three Lakes, Wisconsin. As well as we do have some heavy precip down in Virginia. This is the 12Z model, so it is the same run as the GFS. Now, what's going to happen in this frame as we Here, let me move this down a little bit. So what's going to happen in this run is we're seeing this 10,003. It might move just a little bit eastward, but then quickly is going to join forces and transition to this low down here, and this low will eventually go up the coast. All the models have this system developing in South Carolina, so we will move the models and see if this one is agreeing with that too, because the placement of where this low does tend to develop. Okay, so it brings this low a lot more north than what the other model was showing, which already is giving me indications that we might see our heavier snow more north than New Jersey. So I'm thinking, maybe our heavy snow is in this area since the low is developing a little bit more north, but we will have to see. You can see some very, very heavy precip off the coast. I wouldn't be surprised that there's 8-foot waves out there, and maybe not 8 foot, 3 to 4 foot waves. We do have a low here. I can't really see the number on it because so we're looking at a 996 millibar lower pressure system right here with some very, very heavy precipitation. We're seeing some precip make its way into the northeast, as well as we do have some mixed precip to the south and southeastern Pennsylvania, into parts of northern Maryland as well. That might cut down a little bit on your guys' snow totals. As we move this on, you can see some very, very heavy snow for parts of eastern Pennsylvania and northern New Jersey. These models are hinting at that, so I would expect that you guys will be seeing some heavy snow out of this. You can just see just north of the warm bubble on this low, you are seeing some very, very heavy snow into parts of Connecticut. I wouldn't be surprised if you guys see 2-inch plus snowfall rates an hour. You can just see the snow as we get into this frame, just some very, very heavy snow. You're seeing some purples in there, which is indicating, at times maybe more than 6 inches an hour, which I think is a little extreme, but definitely is a possibility, hinting that the models are showing it. So as we move into the totals, kind of the same thing here, except we do see a little bit more snow to the north in parts of Massachusetts due to that low is developing right here instead of south. We are seeing around 2 feet of snow in extreme northern Pennsylvania, or not Pennsylvania, New Jersey. It does bring the bulk of the heavy snow to the northeast. In Pennsylvania, it doesn't have it as much south into the southeast as it did. You can see the NAM really picking up the elevations fairly well. You can see some areas only seeing 8 inches of snow, and you see in higher elevations we're looking at a foot. So I do like what the NAM is putting out here. I do agree that maybe some parts of New York will only see a dusting of snow, but I do expect, extreme north New York in the higher elevations to see close to 6 inches of snow. We also might have some flurries on the back end of this system, getting all the way south into parts of just northwest of Little Rock, as well as because we are seeing this low over here, we are seeing some wraparound snow showers as it does a transfer of energy to the low right here as it moves its way up the coast. So that's why we're seeing some of these snow showers over to the west. But I would expect nothing really to accumulate. If you did have any accumulation, I'd expect it in this area right here, where you're seeing some more of those joint snow showers, not these isolated dusting of an inch to snow. So that is about it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry that this forecast was a little rushed and it wasn't on my normal setup, but I hope you guys understand, and I'll see you guys in the next video.